there, hi, welcome back to Adventures in Music with me, Jim, where we listen to, talk about and do all sorts of things music-y. I'm going to continue the exploration and examination of my record collection with Got to You. I'm going to start off with this. This is UK. It's a short-lived band with Eddie Jobson, John Wetton, Alan Holdsworth and Bill Bruford. I think we've listened to this on the channel quite a long time ago. So let's pop that down there. It's the only... I don't think it's the only one they ever did, but I think it's one of two perhaps, but it's the only one I've got. Anyway, that's the first of my U's. A couple by U2. So we've got this one, Boy, which is one of their very early ones. And then the one which kind of broke them everywhere is Joshua Tree. I don't mind early U2 up to about that point, and I know they were featuring on my overrated artists video from last year. I think they got too big for their boots. I think they did some really interesting stuff at the beginning and kind of just got very, very boring and repetitive after a while. So those are my two U2 vinyl records I have. Still on you. I have got one record by UFO. It's the live one. Double live album. What's it called? Strangers in the Night. It's got some quite amazing tracks on here. I remember seeing Mike Portnoy talking about this on his channel long time ago. Natural Things, Out in the Street, Only You Can Rock Me, Doctor Doctor, Mother Mary, This Kids, Love to Love, Lights Out, Rock Bottom, Too Hot to Handle, I'm a Loser, Let It Roll, and Shoot Shoot. That's often regarded as one of the great live albums of all time. It is a great live album. But I haven't listened to it on the channel, and I've not listened to it for a very, very long time. It actually might be one worth doing on here at some point. So I might get around to that. Vienna by Ultravox, and then also by Ultravox is the collection. So these are perhaps a couple of records you might not have expected me to have in my collection. Nothing wrong with them at all. I don't think I liked them very much at the time they were releasing their music in the early 1980s, but it's music that I've come to love after the event, as it were. Very, very lush, synth-driven, intelligent pop music. Compared to the stuff that you have today, I mean, this is just head and shoulders above it. It's lovely, really good, thoughtful, proper pop music, and I really like it. I really, really rate it. Ultravox. If you don't know this, you won't recognise it. This is Underworld. Second toughest in the infants. One of my favourite ever electronic bands. They are... I don't know if they started in the 90s, but they're certainly... I think they're probably sort of fairly prolific in the 90s and the early 2000s. Similar sort of sound to Left Field, so progressive house music. They were very famous for a track they did, which was for Train Spotting, I think it was. That famous song that was on there, Lager, 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 Lager. That one, that was Underworld, but that's not really representative of their music at all. So that was quite fun. Anyway, excellent album. Really, really worth listening to if you like electronic music with a rhythm, with a pulse. This is a really good one. It's excellent. And then I have three. Uriah Heep. We have Demons and Wizards. Pop that over there. We have, of course, Magician's Birthday. I shall pop that one over there. But we have one here I've never listened to. And it's called Head First. So that is one which is ripe for listening to on the channel. I don't know anything about it at all, other than I saw it for a decent price. And at the time, I just listened to the other two, or had listened to them. And I thought, I must get some more Uriah Heep. That'd be worth doing. So we've got this one. Yeah, Head First. If you know this record and can tell me anything about it, is it worthy of channel play? Let me know in the comments, because well, I'll probably do it anyway. But it's always good to know. Right, that is the end of use. So now we're going to move on to some V's. So we have got quite a big chunk of V. So the first three records are by Van der Graaf Generator. So we know this one. We've listened to, call it Porn Hearts. Listened to this on the channel. I think it maybe, was it last year or the year before? So quite a long time ago. Challenging music. Really challenging. And I've not listened to it again since. But I do have two others that I've not listened to at all. We've got this one is called Rock Heavies. Lizard Play, The Habit of the Broken Heart, and Lemmings. And side two, A Place to Survive and La Rosa. But we also have this one, World Record. I don't know these at all. So I do remember people saying in the comments when I listened to Porn Hearts that that was actually probably the most challenging, difficult entry point into a Van der Graaf Generator that I could have picked. So it might be worth me, not even might be worth my while, it will be worth my while revisiting the band with some of these other records. So I intend to do so. But that's what we've got. We've got World Record, Rock Heavies, and Porn Hearts. I've now got a selection that can only be described as Van Halen. We have Van Halen's First. Of course we do. We listened to this on the channel a little while ago. We have another Van Halen. We have another Van Halen, Women and Children First. Van Halen 2. And what's this one? This is what's this one called? Van Halen MCML XXXX1V. Is that the name of the record? 1984. 1984. 1984. So, Van Halen. I think we've listened to 3 of those on the channel. I've definitely not listened to that last one, 1984. Has it got anything on it that I recognise? I don't know if I have to take the record out to have a look, see what it says in there. Jump! Okay, yeah, I do know. Yeah, okay, we know that. I know the song. Cool. We go from Van der Graaf Generator to Van Halen to Vangelis. So Albedo 0.39. Wicked album that. Listen to that one on the channel. Chariots of Fire. Soundtrack very, very good. Vangelis China. We have got Heaven and Hell. We've got Mask. Lots of Van. Lots and lots of Vangelis here. Soil Festivities. Never heard that. Never heard this one, which is Spiral. Themes. I think we have heard that. Well, I have anyway. To the Unknown Man, Volume 1. To the Unknown Man, Volume 2. So lots and lots and lots of Vangelis. I've also got a load on CD as well. Thank you, Tony, and also others I have collected along the way. But that's a solid, a really solid Van Halen Vangelis collection. There is obviously more Vangelis back here, but it's filed under different things. So we've got John and Vangelis, so the work he did with John Anderson, of course. But yeah, plenty there to have a go at if you think we need to have some. This is a Velvet Revolver. This is the a band that Slash formed after leaving Guns N' Roses. There's such great tracks on here. I mean, they're proper rock and roll songs. Scott Weiland, Slash, Duff, Matt Sorum, Dave Kushner. So it is like sort of 2/3 of Guns N' Roses with Scott Weiland and Dave Kushner on there as well. But it's such good music. Such good music. I absolutely love this record. I haven't heard it for ages. If you'd like to have this, give us a shout. I'll make sure we listen to this at some point reasonably soon. Oh man, I'm sorry. I've got a stinking cold at the minute. It's making my voice sound a little bit nasally. But oh dear. Right. Now then, this is Loaded by Velvet Underground. One of my favourite ever records, this. It's, I just love it. Absolutely love it. It's very sort of 60s sounding, close to sort of a lot of the same sort of sounds as maybe the Kinks or the Beatles or things like that, but very, very psychedelic. Pink Floyd. And then I've got another one here, which is so it's a compilation of the first few albums of theirs. Anyway, that's that. Venom, the one and only. Very cheap. Look at the price of that. Can you see that? Is that going to focus? $14.99, brand new. I think that's why I bought it. I bought this quite recently. The Verve were an English indie rock band. I think they came sort of after the sort of the whole Britpop thing, so more late 90s, early 2000s. But they had some absolutely fantastic songs. The main songwriter and the singer for the band was Richard Ashcroft. And what are the famous songs? They did Bittersweet Symphony. The Drugs Don't Work, Lucky Man, loads and loads and loads. They're just brilliant. In fact, again, I could play that on the channel if you fancied it. It's a little bit different from usual. It's more sort of indie rather than sort of prog or classic rock, but I love it. As I've made no apology about saying that I have a very wide taste of music. Now, towards the end of the V's now. This is my beloved Von Herzen brothers. I've got 4 albums. I've got War Is Over. We have Red Alert in the Blue Forest. Oh, such a great record. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful record. We have Von Herzen brothers live. Tavastia, which I think is in Helsinki. Brilliant. And then their latest record, In Murmuration, which came out in, I'm going to say October, towards the end of last year. One of my favourite bands, one of my favourite discoveries since having the channel. Absolutely love them. And slowly but surely, I'm getting the records. There's only 4 so far, but, you know, I can't get everything all at once, can I? They've just been playing on the Cruise to the Edge. Just back. I think I've had a good time. Then the final record in my V's, and this is where this video is going to end, is with Vulcan, with Tekatura. Swedish prog metal band. I don't know when I played this, but I played this on the channel maybe 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. It's really good, really good. It's a complete gamble for me because I didn't know anything about them, and I saw this. I think I saw this on Bandcamp, and it was recommended. I think I listened to something on Bandcamp of theirs. I thought, oh, this is rather good. And I don't know anything about it. I've never heard anyone say anything about it. So I'm going to take a punt on this and get it. And I did. And it's amazing. If you're interested, have a look back at the video I made from this. I don't know how long ago it was. 3 years, perhaps. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And there we go. That is the end of my U's and V's. I've got W, X, Y, and Z to go, and I'll probably do it all as one because there's, surprisingly enough, not many Zs, not many X's, if any. A few W's, big chunk of Y. Wonder what that might be. But anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. I'll see you on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. And until then, this is Jim, over and out.